Hey guys, this is Cheryl Howard, your inspiration and transformation strategist, certified life purpose coach, certified mental health coach, certified pastoral counselor, minister, author, speaker, and a whole number of things, right? I'm so glad you're here. And that was for those of you who don't know me yet. I wanted you to know all of who I was and my purpose, because I'm going to talk about loving on you and your purpose today. But before I get into that, first I want to thank you for tuning into this masterclass. I hope you got pens and paper so you can get down some of these great strategies I'm going to share with you. A lot of my mind setting goals that teach you and help you go on a discovery, a journey of learning how to love yourself, learning how to embrace who you are, what you possess, so you can live a more meaningful and purposeful life. That's what I'm called to do, help you to break through barriers and propel into your purpose. Sometimes a barrier can be a lack of self love, not knowing your value, who you are, why you're here. So you may be dealing with the existential crisis of, I don't know my purpose, I don't know why am I here, and all of those things. And sometimes life takes us through so many different experiences that sometimes we face that question more than one time. Well, we can be assured I'm ready to conquer the world. I know why I'm here, who I'm serving. Then something comes along and turn our world topsy-turvy, upside down. And then we dealing with that question again. We're contending with why am I here? What is my purpose? So but it's so great to know who you are, loving yourself, and knowing that that is the foundation for everything. Everything you do, you want to operate out of love. You want love to permeate out of your spirit. You want to walk in love. That is a commandment from God that we got to walk in love. God is love, right? And so when you do that, you can embrace everybody else's uniqueness, greatness, possessions, value that they have because you love you. You walk in a level of confidence. When you walk in confidence and self love, let me tell you, you can change the atmosphere. Wherever your feet tread, that place becomes your space, and you will attract people who are healthy, other people who walk in their own self love and a love for God. And that's just an awesome new way of being and living life on the other side. So if you find yourself in this tunnel, if you feel like you have an existential crisis moment or identity crisis moment, I don't care. It happens to the best of us, okay? You go through stuff and you have these questions. It can be loss, grief. You have a lot of these questions when you're going through grief. Some kind of loss. It don't have to be death. It can be the loss of a relationship, something. And so you feel like part of your relationship, that was part of who you were, right? Your identity might have been caught up in being a parent or a wife or a husband. And when that person is no longer in your life or in close proximity, now you trying to figure out what am I supposed to be doing now? Because they took up a lot of your time in your space. You invested time, you invested money, you invested your mental and your emotional and your spiritual energy. And now you're like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. And again, there goes the question. So, but I want to help you today go on a discovery of self love, learning how to love yourself. And this is going to be available. And some of you already know where to find it because this is the reason why you're seeing this workshop and you're in it, this masterclass, because you have gone to my Get Your Life Back Academy. Some of you went through my website, CherylWhiteHoward.com, and you signed up through there. But let me tell you, this will be available as a whole package. Some of you have the whole package, and some of you may have purchased the masterclass separately. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, you get a workbook. You get a workbook. Well, it's like a worksheet. It's like 4 worksheets, 4 to 5 worksheets that come along with this. So hopefully you have downloaded that as well. But also the ebook. The ebook, Loving on You, is like a self-love guide, development guide. And I want you to print it out if you want to, or you can make it fillable by using some of the software systems that's online. Like one is called Fillable, I think PDF dot or pdffiller.com or something like that. But if you go into Google and type in ways to make your documents fillable, you will find a lot of free sources online where you can create fillable spaces on the worksheet so you can actually type in those. And then you can also print it out as your book. Go to Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, and have them put it in a spiral. You can have a notebook, a workbook, a work journal. So that's what it is. So to really help you. And you can have a reference point and you can make your notes in there. But while you're in this masterclass, I want you to have something to write notes on. If you get a strategy that you need, that applies to you, that you need to operate in now, that you need to implement right now, please do so. So these are mental notes you're making. A lot of times we hear the word masterclass, we always associate them with some business strategies or, yes, how to do certain things. But this is a how to love yourself. Just like I did a masterclass on self care, and that is free in Get Your Life Back Academy. So if you have not seen that, go back to Get Your Life Back Academy and participate in joining the self care workshop. It is free. It's awesome. It's an audit. It's an assessment. So I take you through certain areas in your life that you need to practice self care, that places that you probably haven't even thought about practicing self care at, like at work. I talk about ways to practice self care at work, ways to set your atmosphere so it can be conducive to you feeling healthy and feeling positive and in your space. You have your boundaries. You have the positive things you need to build yourself up and rid yourself of things you don't need to be in your space. And when you set a precedent in your space, other people will see it and feel it. And so a lot of times you don't even realize the power of that, that it can deter people. They might have had a wrong intent the way they was going to in the way they was going to approach you. But because you created an atmosphere that says, I will not allow anything negative in this space, they pick that up in their spirit and walk another way or get some act right and change their whole demeanor and disposition when they approach you and encounter you. God give us that ability to do that. But anyway, that's some of the spiritual stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen with you. And if you want to know more about me, go to SherylWhiteHoward.com again and go to Get Your Life Back Academy, where you see a lot of wonderful ebooks I have for you, workshops, summits, online summits, master classes, courses on a lot of different things. And I'm constantly putting stuff up there. Oh my God. I'm all about helping you live a more meaningful and purposeful life, learning how to live a more meaningful and purposeful life, learning how to live the life that God has for you, and all of those wonderful things. Something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember right now, but I know what it is. It just came to me. Thank you, Lord. I want you to follow or join my tribe and subscribe and like my audio podcast on Spotify. Let me get this right. SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. So you can see the video and you can hear the audio versions of my podcast, and you can listen to them as many times as you want to, pause, stop, whatever, replay, and all that good stuff. Now, and please leave your comments. I look for your comments. I look for Q&As. I look for your questions on any of those social media platforms, so we can continue the discussion as well. And so you can keep up to date with all of the events and things that I'm always having. I'm coming up, my podcast, my guests, specialists, experts that I collaborate with, and we may talk on a particular topic. You can submit your questions. Matter of fact, you can email me if you have any questions that you want me to talk about or to address at info@SherylWhiteHoward.com, connect@SherylWhiteHoward.com, or you can go to my personal Gmail account, getyourlifeback7@gmail.com. All of those things you can use. You can also DM me on LinkedIn, Cheryl White Howard. I'm on Twitter, Get Your Life Back, but it's Get Your Life BAK, not BACK on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, Cheryl.Get Your Life Back. I'm on YouTube, Cheryl White. Facebook. I think did I just say Facebook? Well, that's Cheryl Howard, Get Your Life Back. Cheryl White Howard, Get Your Life Back. Type in all of those things or some of those keywords, and I will pop up. DM me if you need to, but email me as well, because I really want to create a list of questions that will help me come back and address those things via video or workshop or masterclass. Okay, so I need to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, maybe what questions you have. Maybe I can help you with something, whatever that is. Some of you already know I mentioned I'm a pastoral counselor, mental health professional, certified life purpose coach, speaker, Amazon best-selling author, and I might have left out something else. And I'm a mother of a wonderful young adult daughter. Anyway, let's get into this Loving on You masterclass.